Hi, Paul Slackus, Good News Broadcast, speaking to Jessie Price. Hi, Jessie. How are you?
I'm good. We also have Nicci Micco here.
I know. We got two winners here. This is good news right up front here. And you're authors, and Jessie's a senior food editor at EatingWell. Is that right? And there's a website also, eatingwell.com. And Nicci
I'm
Micco,
the nutrition editor.
So you're the nutrition editor. I forgot who was talking.
Good health. You've got both parts of the book here.
Okay, great. So we have the actual editor and the nutrition editor. What is nutrition?
Nutrition is all of the good stuff that you get in food that you eat. So it nourishes you, it keeps your body working properly, and it makes you feel good.
All right. What are some things we need to consider in that regard?
Well, I think the biggest point that we try to make is you want to eat, nutritious foods all the time. So, foods that are rich in vitamins and minerals and all, other nutrients, healthy fats that are going to, keep you going. And so to do that every day, you need recipes and foods that are easy and that are delicious, so you want to keep eating them.
And you need to eat them in the right portions. So
Right.
This book is all about getting 500-calorie dinners, which is a great number that can help you lose weight if you're eating those every day, in conjunction with about 1,000 calories the rest of the day.
So this book sort of does all the work for you. We make it easy, we make it delicious, and we make sure that what you're going to have for dinner comes out to about 500 calories. And then we also offer suggestions for the rest of the day. So if you are looking to lose weight, we tell you how to keep the rest of your eating during the day to about 1,000 calories. We suggest breakfast, lunches, snacks that you're going to want to eat.
So you're ruining it in the sense that, steak and fish and just vegetarian way of life, eating a lot of that, such great food, we shouldn't be doing that much. We don't need
Oh,
to.
you're baiting us.
Have you looked at the book?
We don't need that much. In other words, so I mean, if you're getting protein, is there like a max? Can you max out, and do we not need so much? Which would make it that we only need a handful of meat or a little bit of fish or whatever it is.
I think people tend to go overboard on, meat and protein in this country, as well as carbs, starchy carbs.
Mm-hmm.
But all of our recipes bring things down. We sort of cut through the portion distortion that so many Americans have, grown accustomed to. So, it's a little bit less than what you might see at a restaurant plate. It's probably a lot less than what you see at a restaurant plate. But all of the things that you're talking about, steak and different meats and fish, they're all in the book. And Jessie can talk about some of the amazingly tantalizing recipes that in a quote-unquote diet book.
Just what I need right before lunch. No, it is what I need right before lunch, so I don't overeat one. Or we have a whole kitchen facilities here, and a lot of people are making food. So are you saying, let me make sure, grilled salmon and summer squash, Hawaiian ginger chicken stew with brown rice, and Greek orzo stuffed peppers are all under 500 calories? You can make.
And you get also a side dish with them. A lot of our menus also include dessert, or they include a glass of wine or beer. So, we've done all the calculations for you to make them come out to 500. And what you will find when you pick up this book and flip through it and look at the amazing recipes and the beautiful pictures in here is this doesn't look like diet food. This isn't the cabbage soup diet of yore. These are really fabulous foods. Like you could have a mozzarella stuffed turkey burger, or steak with caramelized onions and gorgonzola on top. There's a hot fudge pudding cake in here that it takes 20 minutes to whip together, and it is gooey, and delicious. People are going to love it.
Let me ask a question. I love gorgonzola, okay? Way back in the old days of Monero, they used to have a sauce, gorgonzola sauce. But isn't like just one little piece of gorgonzola 500 calories?
Come on now. No, that's the thing. I mean, people don't realize you can have a little bit of gorgonzola. That's the thing about this. There's nothing that's off limits. It's really more about portions. If you eat a giant chunk of gorgonzola, yes, that's 500 calories. But if you have a couple crumbles of it on top, it's going to be fine in terms of calories. And it's such a big flavored cheese that is going to be satisfying enough, because you have a little bit of that and it's like, zing! Your whole mouth is alive with a flavor like that. That's one of the kind of things that we like to think about. Like, how do you flavor food and make it taste great, but keep the calories reasonable. Sharp cheese like gorgonzola or big flavored cheese is one of the ways.
Well, and that recipe, too, also has caramelized onions. And so, that's another really flavorful topping that allows you to not need so much cheese on there.
So are you suggesting we should actually taste our food? I mean, like, take a moment and, like, savor it and, like, taste the gorgonzola and slow down and try?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and part of this is, when you plan meals like these, you're going to look forward to what you're eating. Your whole family is going to enjoy it. So it becomes a sustainable way to eat. And, yes, you can lose weight eating these dinners and keeping the rest of the day to a reasonable amount. But this is the kind of food that you're going to want to eat for your entire life.
And a lifestyle, I think, is what you're also promoting. This book also is a James Beard Award-winning. It's in the James Beard Award. We're doing a show there next Friday. Award-winning series of cookbooks, right? So,
well, our last
congratulations.
Book that was a diet book called the EatingWell Diet did win a James Beard Award. Yeah, so that was very exciting for us.
You guys are super. That's really wonderful. The book is beautiful also. I'm just ready to eat the cover even. So 500-calorie dinners, easy, delicious recipe and menus. How's the book structured to make it easy for people?
Basically, the intro sort of gives you a jump start, particularly for those people who are looking to lose weight. It tells you sort of why a delicious 500-calorie dinner, why 500 calories. So it tells you about setting goals. It's, versus just saying, I'm going to lose weight, having no plan. It says right off, you're going to start by eating 500-calorie dinners, and then you're going to plan the rest of your day to, try to stick to this range. It talks about, cultivating social support, how to get back on the wagon when you've fallen off, treating yourself, and the importance of eating, making a lifestyle change versus a fad diet. And then the rest of the book is set up nicely into courses. So we've got our appetizers and, soups, salads, poultry, meat. So you can turn to the section like, oh, I'm craving steak tonight, look in the meat section. But then the menus are right on the page to tell you, okay, this is your entree, and here's a delicious, here's a picture of it that makes you want to make it right now. And then here are your side dish options. You can have, mashed potatoes or squash. You can have, asparagus or broccoli rabe. You can have a glass of wine or a hot fudge pudding cake dessert that's in the book as well. So the menus are right on the pages with the entrees.
And diet tips.
And diet tips as well, right.
There's tons of great tips to go along with the recipes that, you can apply to your cooking all of the time. So it can sort of help getting you in the mindset of sort of adjusting all of your recipes that you like to cook to make them healthier.
I think they say if you don't plan, then plan to fail. So
yeah, exactly.
I really love the book. They really have a lot of great kinds of things. If you eat dessert before you start the meal, do you lose more weight?
Absolutely, of course.
What's a good dessert? What's would you say is a healthy dessert and something that is worth creating?
Well, you know what? The thing is with dessert, if you need to eat dessert to feel satisfied, we're fine with that. You can do it. And a lot of people do need that. They have a little craving for something sweet. And nothing is really off limits in terms of dessert. We have a nice dessert chapter in this book, so that cake I mentioned. But, you can have a cookie. Keep it to a reasonable size. Don't eat, one of those gigantic cookies that you get at the checkout. So there's good recipes for that in here. We have some great, sorbets, parfaits, some quick little things like a little mini tiramisu that you can make in about 15 minutes. So there's some really delicious things in here that will keep your sweet tooth satisfied.
Two quick questions. How does somebody deal with bread and like pasta? How do you deal with the bread? Do you have bread?
Portions.
Yep. If you like bread, you have bread. You just have a portion size that isn't, going to blow your whole calories.
Don't eat the whole loaf.
In one 5-minute sitting.
Right, and pasta is in this book too, because I know, that's one of the things people go, oh, I got to cut out carbs, I'm going on a diet. But, people love it. The trick with pasta is just eating the right amount. And that's about 2 ounces of dried pasta per serving. As long as you have lots of other ingredients that you toss your pasta with, you're going to feel like that's a great, delicious, satisfying serving of pasta.
Okay, last question. What's good news for each one of you? Jessie, what's good news for you?
Well, I think this book is great news.
Yeah.
I mean, we're totally excited about this being out there and going out and talking about it.
Sounds good to me. Congratulations, and Nicci, obviously you feel the same, and
Absolutely.
it's really super. And I agree with you. I think all your thought process here is going to be very helpful for people, and they're gorgeous recipes, gorgeous book. Congratulations, Eating Well, Calorie Dinners, and what's the website again?
EatingWell.com.
Perfect. All right, thanks. Happy and healthy New Year to both.
See you
Thanks,
too.
Paul.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Paul.